Yo, what's good? It's your boy E Brown. Again, like it's so crazy because like I take a step forward, then I take a step back. I be forgetting, but we're back again. Song breakdowns. It's your boy E Brown. I forgot the extension I needed for my nice, beautiful camera I had last week, so I won't have the camera today. And we finally figured out some things to knock out the microphone. So I'll have the camera next week. I'll have the microphone next week. We'll make sure it looks all beautiful from here on out. I promise. But shout out to you guys for continually coming up every week. I think this is the 7th week I've done this in a row. So I appreciate you guys for coming through, showing support. And this is Songs Breakdowns with E Brown. If you're not familiar, let me break it down to you. Every week we do breakdowns of songs throughout my catalog. We started all the way at the beginning, and we're now wrapping up the News album today, doing the last 4 songs off of it. Shout out to my guy Nico for coming up with this idea, telling me he would love to see it, so I ran with it, and here we are. Yes, so the last 4 songs we'll be doing today off the News project, which is my first album I put out back in 2018. We're doing Bad News, Control, the Home Interlude, and then the song Home to wrap it up. So usually I just play the music, and then after each song I'll go back and break down each section of the song, what it meant, what I was thinking, what I was looking for, throughout that. So let's go ahead and get right into it. This is Bad News. Let's go.
Niggas better hit the floor. Bullets ain't got names. Ain't no foreign territory. Like, shit. We're from bad news. Everybody know the rules. Kill or be killed, man, that shit is up to you. Niggas out here flatlining every day. Kill your fucking family if you think you got away. Doesn't really matter where you living anyways. Lurking on your ass cause you probably fucking pray like, oh shit. Thinking they don't know this. Case closed, bitch. Shit, every day you never know shit. Where I'm from, VA, motherfucker. All about the news, we engage, call us hunters. Talking fucking crazy, we be splitting up you down. Broad daylight, if I see you near the sound. Land of the brave, if you wins, watch them bleed. The Virgin Mary hands got your mama on their knees. Barrel to the face, it's the case on the loud. Doesn't always fly, but depends on the approach. Everybody lined up, wanna be a shooter. Wanna talk tough till the bullets start to chew ya. Wanna be Clay Curry shooting up the traffic. Y'all active, but y'all average. Some Hall of Fame dirt, never been a maverick. Better settle up before you get your ass to Paris. Land of these lost souls living in the grave. Doesn't really matter if you think you got saved. It's the game, it's like
homies used to just say, in these streets don't play. Life is precious always. Count your blessings each day. Mom and dad gon' pray, hoping that we get safe. And all the lives that we take will lay here in these graves. Tombstones with their names, heat without the propane. Sunshine and no rain. Saying man it's gon' change. Saying man it's gon' change. Maybe just in your brains. We wolf savage, untamed predator in your brain. Man, this ain't a fucking game. Lord, niggas better hit the floor. Bullets ain't got names. Ain't no foreign territory. Like, shit. We're from bad news. Everybody know the rules. Kill or be killed, man, that shit is up to you. Niggas out here flatlining every day. Kill your fucking family if you think you got away. Doesn't really matter where you living anyways. Lurking on your ass cause you probably fucking pray like, oh shit. Thinking they don't know this. Case closed, bitch. Shit, every day you never know shit. Running and we gunning, nigga, welcome to the jungle. Dog eat dog, never heard of a muscle. All about Uno, keep your mind in the shuffle. Cause niggas in the wild, everybody in the fire. Desert storm living, enemies in every side. Draw 2, draw 4, drop their ass every time. You push your keep dealing, get your money, Lord willing. Just trying to eat 30K in the ceiling. No heroes or villains, where we living is a prison. Better watch your back, cause they wipe you off the map. 365, it's a war where we at. All this added pressure, just asking for a blessing. Let's say you get the pine body bag or stretcher. Riding no limit, all real, no gimmicks. Trying to make a living while you're shorty at the clinic. Niggas country sleeping flat like you in the kitchen, goddamn. Homies used to just say, in these streets don't play. Life is precious always. Count your blessings each day. Mom and dad gon' pray, hoping that we get safe. And all the lives that we take will lay here in these graves. Tombstones with their names, heat without the propane. Sunshine and no rain. Saying, man, it's gon' change. Saying, man, it's gon' change. Maybe just in your brains. We wolves, savage, untamed, predator, y'all brave. Man, this ain't a fucking game. Lord, niggas better hit the floor. Bullets ain't got names. Ain't no foreign territory. Like, woo, shit. We're from bad news. Everybody know the rules. Kill or be killed, man, that shit is up to you. Niggas out here flatlining every day. Kill your fucking family if you think you got away. Doesn't really matter where you living anyways. Lurking on your ass cause you probably fucking pray like, woo. Oh shit. Thinking they don't know this. Case closed, bitch. Chance every day, you never know shit.
Yeah, so that is the joint Bad News. It's one of the longer songs actually, but so the reason I wanted to call it Bad News, number one, was because, like I said before, the name of this project is called The News, if you have been following, and The News is a project that is based on where I'm from, called Newport News, Virginia, right? And it's a reflection piece of me going back and thinking on all the things I've been through, things that have happened to me, things that have happened to people I know. And, bad news is what we call it. We call it Newport News, Virginia. We call it bad news because there's a lot of bad things, and other people call it good news too because they want to highlight the good things that go on there. So we have a song Good News on there. We have a song called The News that we did, I want to say last week. And then we have Bad News. So I just wanted to play on all single avenues that people were talking about. So Bad News is one of those songs where it's literally just talking about everything that is bad about my area. And it's very bar heavy. It's very up tempo. It's very aggressive in the flow and everything. So let's break it down.
Lord, niggas better hit the floor. Bullets ain't got names. Ain't no foreign territory. Like, woo.
I mean, even just there, I wanted to start it off like super heavy, super to the point, Lord, niggas better hit the floor, bullets ain't got names. This ain't foreign territory, right? It's like, I mean, there's so much madness that goes on in a lot of cities, a lot of places, countries. And I just wanted to set that environment right away, in the beginning of what's really going on.
Shit. We're from bad news. Everybody know the rules. Kill or be killed, man, that shit is up to you. Niggas out here flatlining every day. Kill your fucking family if you think you got away. Doesn't really matter where you living anyways. Lurking on your ass cause you probably fucking pray like, woo. Oh shit. Thinking they don't know this. Case closed, bitch. Chance every day, you never know shit. Where I'm from, VA, motherfucker. All about the news, we engage, call us hunters. Talking fucking crazy, we be splitting up your down. Broad daylight, if I see you near the sound.
Yeah, and it's crazy because, I feel like this is pretty self-explanatory, but like it's just so much like aggressiveness, so much being said here that I think is already painting the picture. So I don't even think I really need to say too much about this, but let's keep it moving.
Land of the brave, if you wins, watch them bleed. The Virgin Mary hands got your mama on their knees. Barrel to the face, it's the case on the loud. Doesn't always fly, but depends on the approach. Everybody lined up, wanna be a shooter. Wanna talk tough till the bullets start to chew you.
Okay, so now that part right there, everybody wants to be a shooter, want to talk tough till the bullets start to chew you, right? And then I say, wanna be Clay Steady shooting up at traffic, y'all average. Want to be Clay Curry shooting up at traffic, y'all average, but established. Some Hall of Fame Dirk, never been a Maverick, and it's like, I want to talk about too, like there's a lot of people who are getting into a life of crime, right? And they think it's cool to be that guy who's like trying to take somebody out, but they're just like barely scratching the surface, right? But some people have really been doing this for a long time, and it's something they're not proud of, but it's something they had to do, which is where the Dirk Nowitzki basketball reference comes in, is like the shooting basketball, you know. So I think it fits, as you'll hear in like a couple seconds.
It's the case on the loud. Doesn't always fly, but depends on the approach. Everybody lined up, wanna be a shooter. Wanna talk tough till the bullets start to chew ya. Wanna be Clay Curry shooting up the traffic. Y'all active, but y'all average. Some Hall of Fame dirt, never been a maverick. Better settle up before you get your ass embarrassed. Land of these lost souls living in the grave. Doesn't really matter if you think you got saved. It's the game, it's like.
And that's another thing too, is like land of the lost souls living in the grave. Doesn't really matter if you think you got saved. That's the game, you know. And I think a lot of people do find their way outside of crime, but crime doesn't always find its way outside of people, you know. So I think that's another thing that's very important that we're talking about here, you know, within this record. That's just like it just explains why it's bad news again. And then we get into the hook section, or the bridge to the hook.
Homies used to just say, in these streets don't play. Life is precious always. Count your blessings each day. Mom and dad gon' pray, hoping that we get safe. And all the lives that we take will lay here in these graves. Tombstones with their names, heat without the propane. Sunshine and no rain. Saying man it's gon' change. Saying man it's gon' change. Maybe just in your brains. We will savage your tape, predator in your brain. Man, this ain't a fucking game.
And, you know, that whole bridge section is literally just talking about like, man, like, you know, we're hoping for things to be better, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it will be better than what it is currently, you know. And we all want things to be different, you know, in our lives, no matter what situation it is, no matter what it is, no matter what it is that you're possibly going through, you know. And I think it's important that we find ways to understand that changes can be inevitable, but can also be a change that we don't want to see. So I think that's what this hook, you know, that bridge part is talking about. And you know, you know, it's crazy. And then, you know, predator, y'all pray, man, this ain't no fucking game. And then it goes back into the hook like, Lord, niggas better hit the floor. Bullets ain't got names. This ain't no foreign territory, you know. And it's man, it's just a lot.
Lord, niggas better hit the floor. Bullets ain't got names. Ain't no foreign territory. Like, shit. We're from bad news. Everybody know the rules. Kill or be killed, man, that shit is up to you. Niggas out here flatlining every day. Kill your fucking family if you think you got away. Doesn't really matter where you living anyways. Lurking on your ass cause you probably fucking pray like, woo. Oh shit. Thinking they don't know this. Case closed, bitch. Cherish every day, you never know shit. Running and we gunning, nigga, welcome to the jungle. Dog eat dog, never heard of a muscle. All about Uno, keep your mind in the shuffle. Cause niggas in the wild, everybody in the fire.
Now that part right there, like, running and we gunning, nigga, welcome to the jungle. Dog eat dog, never heard of a muzzle. It's like, I mean, because we live in a world, regardless if we're dealing with crime or not, we're living in a world where it's about who can win first. Who can be the person to get to where they want to get to first to be successful. So that's why it's a dog eat dog, never heard of a muzzle. All about Uno, so all about yourself. Keep your mind in the shuffle. Cause niggas under fire. Cause niggas getting wild every time we under fire. You know what I'm saying? It's like just those things are so heavy in the music. You know what I mean? And just the thought process.
Desert storm living in the music every side. Draw two, draw four, drop their ass every time. You push and keep dealing, get your money, Lord willing. Just trying to eat 30K in the ceiling. No heroes or villains, where we living is a prison. Better watch your back, cause they wipe you off the map. 365, it's a war where we at. All this added pressure, just asking for a blessing. Instead you get the pine body bag or stretcher. Riding no limit, all real, no gimmicks. Trying to make a living while you're shorty at the clinic. Niggas country sleeping flat like you in the kitchen, goddamn.
Homies used to just say, in these streets don't play.
Don't play.
Life is precious always.
Always.
Count your blessings each day. Mom and dad gon' pray, hoping that we get safe. And all the lives that we take will lay here in these graves. Tombstones with their names. Heat without the propane. Sunshine and no rain. Saying man, it's gon' change. Saying man, it's gon'.
And you know what? Like it's crazy because I thought I would have to break down this song a lot more in detail than I actually have, because I feel like everything's very, very laid out for you. You know, within this song is like bad news. These are the things that are happening. Running in, we gunning, nigga. Welcome to the jungle. Dog eat dog, never heard of a muzzle. All about Uno, keep your mind in shuffle. Cause niggas in the wild, everybody's under fire. Getting ready for a destiny at every time. Draw 2, draw 4, hit your ass every time. And it's like we're playing back on the Uno cards. Like, you know, it's all about yourself. And if you draw 2, you draw 4. You know, it's like drawing more, you know, attention to yourself, drawing more ways to be violent. And it's just like, that's exactly what I wanted to embody in this song. And it's really a lot, like when you think about it and listen to what's going on here. And then when we come back into the hook section, or the bridge and hook section, we change up the instrumentation to like show the sense of urgency if you listen closely.
Say, in these streets don't play. Life is precious always. Count your blessings each day. Mom and dad gon' pray, hoping that we get safe. And all the lies that we take will lay.
So if you listen closely right here, this is where like we change up the way the kick hits to like add that urgency and like what we've been trying to give across for this song.
Here in these graves, tombstones with their names. Heat without the propane. Sunshine and no rain. Saying man, it's gon' change. Saying man, it's gon' change. Maybe just in your brains. We will savage, untamed predator in your brain. Man, it's in the fucking game. Lord, niggas better hit the floor. Bullets ain't got names. Ain't no foreign territory. Like, shit. We're from bad news. Everybody know the rules. Kill and be killed, man, that shit is up to you. Niggas out here flatlining every day. Kill your fucking family if you think you got away. Doesn't really matter where you living anyways. Lurking on your ass cause you probably fucking pray like, woo. Oh shit. Thinking they don't know this. Case closed, bitch. Chance every day, you never know shit.
Yeah, so that's Bad News. That record, man, like I said, I really feel like there's a lot that was said in that record that was really self-explanatory. So I didn't really feel like there was too much that needed to be broken down to give the best, as I would say, the best description on what's going on in that song, you know. But yeah, man, that's track number 11 off the project. I definitely would say it's one of the most dense songs I've have for sure on this project. But yeah, we're gonna move on to Control next, featuring Ari Zelaya. Shout out to her. She was gonna come through today, but she couldn't make it today and sit down and break down like her thoughts on it. But you know, I love what she did with this song. And I think this song is more of a song that will have a lot more to break down. So let's go ahead and get into it, and then we'll run it back and break it down.
Go, run for some cover, man. Feels like this life that we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping though? I gotta know, yeah, that's for sure. Got these problems, gotta let them go. So what do you know about letting go? Losing control, so what do you know? So what do you really know about it? All these things that's got us running constantly, yeah, gotta see. One time about to grow the key, killing us on the daily. Thinking, Lord, just save me. Fuck, I don't even know. Where we just trying to go? Get me to the right path. Trying to get to the road. It's like every day I'm just trying to pray. I shake the devil off in every way. It's hard to stay and just go contain. When all this havoc put me in the game. Fuck it, man. Really still down the ride. Maybe go hit a lick. probably catch a homicide. It's under 25, that's in my mind. Duck jail time and count dollar signs. All that matters is I'm still alive. No pine boxes, color cherry wine. Go, run for some cover. Man, feels like this life that we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping though? I gotta know, yeah, that's for sure. Got these problems, gotta let them go. So what do you know?
Yeah.
About letting go, losing control. So what do you know? Lose control, you should know. Every day I'm down the road. Fuck what you've been thinking, no. Cherish every day for sure. I don't know what I need, maybe help directing me. This is my reality and every day is challenging. Raise a family, get a job. No more runners with the cops. That percentage drop the odds. All this taken in account. Fuck what you've been talking about. Nigga, I'ma go and ride. Don't see changes in my life. Hustle, rob, and run from vice. Fucking with us every night. Homies tell me you can change. I don't know, this is me. Think about what you can be outside your reality. I don't know what you expect. Go legit is just a stretch. Pressing for a hard reset.
Run for cover, yeah. Feels like this life we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping? I gotta know. Got these problems, gotta let them go. Let them go. So what do you know?
Lose control, control me, this the life that we gotta see, Lose control, control me, lose control, lose control,
Yeah, that's Control off the project again, man, featuring Ari Zelaya. And it's crazy because like that song I really wanted to embody, like, because boom, Bad News is about all the madness, the things that's going on right within the city. And Control, I wanted to talk about how you can lose control, right? Because you don't think you have it. But at the same time, you do have control over every situation you decide to put yourself in. So it's like, what are you going to do with it? So let's break this down. And shout out to my guy, Enon Jacobs, man. He produced every single song on this project. You know, we've been working together for a very long time and still currently work with each other too. So I just wanted to drop that in there.
Some cover, man. Feels like this life that we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping though? I gotta know, yeah, that's for sure. Got these problems, gotta let them go. So what do you know about letting go? Losing control. So what do you know?
Yeah, so there it is again. It's like, go run for some cover. Feels like this life that we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping though? You know, it's like a question to yourself and a question to the listener. Is like, even if you're one of those people, I hope you're not, but if you're one of those people who have been in this lifestyle or a part of this lifestyle, and it's like, you know, it's like, go run for some cover, you know, because of the madness that may be surrounded you. Feels like this life that we live got us killing for nothing. Because usually it is. Like, we're usually killing for nonsense over what, a street corner that we don't own, over, you know, property that we don't own, over a color that we're wearing that we don't own, right? And I think that's where I really wanted to set the conversation, you know. So go run for some cover. Feels like this life that we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping though? I gotta know, yeah, that's for sure. Got these problems, gotta let them go. So what do you know about letting go, losing control. So what do you know? And it's like a question like, what do you know about losing control in situations? We all know what it's like to lose control, right? So it's sort of like a question to myself and a question to you as a listener is like, what do you know about losing control of certain situations? So let's get to the verse.
So what do you really know about it? All these things that's got us running. Constantly, yeah, gotta see. One time about to throw the key, killing us on the daily. Thinking, Lord, just save me. Fuck, I don't even know.
I mean, there it's just like, so what do you really know about it? All these things that's got us running constantly. I'm just trying to see. One time trying to throw the key, hoping that it just saved me, killing us on the daily. And it's like, fuck, I don't even know. Like, are these the reasons why, like, I'm losing control? Are these the reasons why I'm acting the way because of police brutality or whatever? And that's a question I'm questioning myself. Is like that the only reason? And I think that's essential to this part of the song.
We just trying to go. Get me to the right path. Trying to get to the road. It's like.
And then there's that part in this song. It's like, fuck, I don't even know really just where to go. Get me to the right path. I'm trying to get to the road. It's like I'm trying to change where I'm at in my mind and what I got going on, but I don't even know where to turn. And I feel like there's a lot of times in life where people want to be better than their situation, want to be better than the environment they live in, but they don't know where to go. They don't know which road to take, so they only stick to the one that they know.
Get me to the right path. Trying to get to the road. It's like every day I'm just trying to pray. I shake the devil off in every way. Gets hard to stay and just go contain. When all this havoc put me in the game. Fuck it, man. Really still down the ride. Maybe go hit a lick. Probably catch a homicide.
See, I mean, it's like, so we just had the flip side happen. Fuck, man, I don't even know. Really just trying to go. Get me to the right path. Trying to get to the road. It's like every day I just try to say and shake the devil off in every way. It's hard to stay and just go contain with all this havoc really in my brain. And it's like, I'm trying to be better, but if nobody's going to help me be better, it's like, fuck it, man. Really still down the ride. Maybe go hit a lick, probably catch a homicide. And it's like, if you're not going to help me be better, then I don't want to be better. But at the same time, it's like the control is that you can be the person that help you do better. You can be that one person yourself. You don't need anybody else to tell you that it's right to be better. But in this mind state that I was in at this time, and even people are in to this day, is that they feel like they need somebody to point them in the right direction. And that may be the case, but it's also like you can point yourself in the right direction as well or figure it out.
Just go contain. When all this havoc put me in the game. Fuck it, man. Really still down the ride. Maybe go hit a lick. Probably catch a homicide.
Come on.
It's under 25, that's in my mind. Duck jail time and count dollar signs. All that matters is I'm still alive. No pine boxes, colored cherry wine.
And that's another thing. It's like, all that matters is I'm still alive. No pine boxes, colored cherry wine. And it's like, I'm still here. So at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I'm good or not. I'm still living. I'm still breathing. So that's what matters the most. And it's like, damn, is that really the mindset that we have, that we think is enough? It's okay just to be here. It's okay just to be alive and nothing else matters. I think that's madness.
Go. Run for some cover. Man, feels like this life that we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping though? I gotta know, yeah, that's for sure. Got these problems, gotta let them go. So what do you know about letting go, losing control? So what do you know?
And the beauty of this hook is like, initially I wanted Ari to just sing it by herself, but she was like, no, you should sing it with me. And, let me be underneath you to give like that lighthearted sound to like your deeper dark tone in your voice. And I appreciate her wanting to do that and allowing me to challenge myself to, get this message across maybe better than she probably ever could, before we get into this second verse. But that's something I just wanted to bring up.
I gotta know, yeah, that's for sure. Got these problems, gotta let them go. So what do you know about letting control. So what do you know? Lose control, you should know. Every day I'm down the road. Fuck what you've been thinking of.
Okay, wait a second. So it's like you come into it, right? Lose control, you should know. Every day I'm down the road. Fuck what you be thinking though. It's like, so we just had this conversation in the first verse about like, you know, I want to be better than I was, point me in the right direction to be better than I am. But then it's also like, fuck it, man. In the second verse, it's like, you know what, lose control. You should know every day I'm down the road. I'm down for whatever. And it's like, damn, it's just like, it's this play on life that we all deal with every single day. It's like, do I want to be a better person for my family? Do I want to be a better person for myself? In the work environment. It doesn't even have to be about street context. It's anything. And I think that's what I really wanted to bring in this second verse. So let's get to it.
So what do you know about letting go? Losing control. So what do you know? Lose control, you should know. Every day I'm down the road. Fuck what you've been thinking of. Cherish every day for sure. I don't know what I need. Maybe help directing me. This is my reality and every day is challenging. Raise a family, get a job. No more run-ins with the cops. That percentage drop the odds. All this taken into account. Fuck what you've been talking about. Nigga, I'ma go and ride. Don't see changes in my life. Hustle, robbing, rough and vice. Fucking with us every night. Homies tell me you can change. I don't know, this is me. Think about what you can be.
That right there is like, homies tell me I could change. And I really like wanted to put that in there because even in my life, when I was running and doing my mischief, I had two people, who are still in my life, or like my brothers. They are my brothers, not like they are my brothers, man. And the reason you get this version of me today is like, hustle, rob, and run from vice, fucking with us every night. Homies telling me I can change. I don't know. It's like, man, I don't know. This is me. And they're like, nah, think about what you can be. And it's like, sometimes, again, it's like the play off of the first verse. It's like, I want to change, but I don't know how to change. And if you're not going to help me change, then I'm not. But at the same time, it's like, well, I need to change for myself. I have to want to change. And there's still like that slither of hope in there. And then in the second verse, it's like, man, fuck it, I'm down for whatever, But then at the same time, I have people in my life who are like, man, you could be better than what you are right now. And it's only up to you, So I think that's really the struggle that we're talking about in Control.
Nigga, I'ma go and ride. Don't see changes in my life. Hustle, robbing, rough and vice. Fucking with us every night. Homies tell me you can change. I don't know, this is me. Think about what you can be. Outside your reality, I don't know what you expect. Go legit is just a stretch. Pressing for a hard reset.
And then it's like, go legit is just a stretch. Pressing for a hard reset. It's like, man, like maybe I can hard reset my life, but that's not how life works. Life isn't a game, so you can't just start it over and then just, be better, So we have to take it a day at a time. And this bridge part here, right, when we were creating the song, I was like, man, I wish there was a part where it was just Ari's voice. Like people could just hear her voice, hear the pain, hear the emotion. So we set it up for this bridge part right here for her to do that.
Life, hustle, robbing, rough and vice, fucking with us every night.
We ran it back just a little bit.
You can change. I don't know, this is me. Think about what you can be. Outside your reality, I don't know what you expect. Go legit is just a stretch. Pressing for a hard reset.
Hey.
Run for cover, yeah. Feels like it's life we live. Got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping? God no. Got these problems, gotta let them go. Let them go. So what do you know?
And it's like, again, we're playing on the song Control, talking about losing control, not having control, but also having control on what you can figure out in your life. And it's like, I really wanted her, and I'm glad she was able to do this, is like express that in this bridge part. And then the crazy part is like, in my mind, I'm like, oh, that's the end of the song, right? And when we were in the studio, my guy Lincoln, who was engineering this with my guy Sam Murner, who engineers all my stuff, mixes and masters all my stuff now. He was like, man, I feel like this is great, but there's another way we can flip it on people. So let's do like a chopped and screwed version at the end. So we slowed it down to give people a second to like catch up and then catch a vibe too. So I thought that was dope. So let's run it back and we'll just run it through all the way.
Feels like this life we live got us killing for nothing. So why we tripping? God knows.
Ooh, it's so fire.
Got these problems, gotta let them go. Let them go. So what do you know?
Lose control, you wrong me, this the life that we bound to see, Lose control, me, lose control, lose control,
Yeah.
this the life that we bound to see.
Yeah, so that's Control featuring Ari Zelaya. That's definitely what we was trying to set the vibe for, you know. And yeah, so the next song is Home. It's an interlude. It's literally like 27 seconds. So I'm just gonna tell you how that came about because it's not that long. Then we'll play it and then we'll get to the last song, which is Home on the News Project. Appreciate everybody who's in here watching right now. I see you guys, so I really appreciate you guys just coming in, checking this out. But Home is a record where it's like, so we had finished up the album and I just felt like there wasn't a great transition to an ending. So Home is literally talking about me being from Newport News, Virginia, even though all these things are going on in my life, things I've been through, things I'm proud of, things I'm not proud of, you know, it's still home and it's still a place I love dearly and I care about. So let's get into it. We're going to play the Home interlude and we're going to run right into Home. Let's go.
You know, I've lived in Virginia for a very long time, and a lot of things didn't go the way I expected them to go. I lost a lot of friends and family, did a lot of things I'm not proud of, and some I am very proud of, which shaped me to be the man I am today. So I'm grateful for that, and, you know, no matter what I say or how I feel about Virginia, it's still home. Been feeling like a long time coming. All good, man, no need for discussion. All the things that we seen in the struggle. Finally got all the pieces to the puzzle. Thinking, God, man, I love my own. Even with things I can't control. Thinking, God, man, I love my own. Shit got me feeling in my zone. Later circle up the river muse. All these lies, man, it's hard to choose. Feeling good cause I'm still standing. Couple times didn't think I'd make it. Everything we took for granted, from piss poor, dirty Pampers. At the time we didn't see advances. All we seen was those dollar signs. Grind hard, that's the only way. Play ball or ball out. 8-ball, take the street route. Death wish for your enemies. Keep them closer than the friends of me. Speaking all these soliloquies. Shit, man, I love bad news. Good news, I wanna take a ride. Thinking all the things we find. Memories that's taking place. Joy and tears, no need to wait. Thank God we did it though. Missed the bid that was headed there. P.O. close to speed out. Pine box, so waiting trial. Looking now how we turned out. Been feeling like a long time coming. All good, man, no need for discussion. All the things that we seen in the struggle. Finally got all the pieces to the puzzle. Thinking, God, man, I love my own. Even with things I can't control. Thinking, God, man, I love my own. Shit got me feeling in my zone. 7 cities on 5 islands, sitting off that Atlantic dough. Life is good, but still frantic, depending on where you living though. Gentrifiers try to make up, facelift make you think, damn. Nice city with no crime, beneath the surface we rockin' no. One of many things going on, half my life got roots here. Daily press got me rolling, man. Catch my news on Wavy 10, Warwick Ave in the Jefferson. Uptown, ho, moving weight. Beachmont, the specific place. Up at Tide, had crazy nights. Downtown where they deal with vice. Fan popping on the feds watching. Adapt always the only option. In the news, gotta rep my home. Newport from my city young. Where I started, where my seeds grow. Remember always where you came from. Virginia nigga, where we get it done. Been feeling like a long time coming. All good, man, no need for discussion. All the things that we seen in the struggle. Finally got all the pieces to the puzzle. Thanking God, man, I love my home. Even with things I can't control. Thanking God, man, I love my home. Shit got me feeling in my zone. Thanking God, man, I love my home. Even with things I can't control. I can't control.
Yeah, so that's Home. We did the Home interlude. So let's break down Home, man. Like, it's really just talking about every single place where I grew up, all these things that are going on, the local newspaper, all that stuff. So let's break it down again.
Been feeling like a long time coming. All good, man, no need for discussion. All the things that we seen in the struggle. Finally got all the pieces to the puzzle.
And it's like, bam, like, feels good to be done with the struggle. Finally got all the pieces to the puzzle. It's like, I mean, we're figuring out. Even if you figured out how to put the puzzle together, doesn't really mean you know how to handle everything, you know?
Thanking God, man, I love my home. Even with things I can't control. Thanking God, man, I love my home. Shit got me feeling in my zone. Later circle up the river Muse. All these lies, man, it's hard to choose. Feeling good cause I'm still standing. Couple times didn't think I'd make it. Everything we took for granted, from piss poor, dirty Pampers. At the time we didn't see advances. All we seen was those dollar signs. Grind hard, that's the only way. Play ball or ball out. 8-ball, take the street route. Death wish for your enemies. Keep them closer than the friends of me. Speaking all these soliloquies. Shit, man, I love bad news. Good news, I wanna take a ride.
So boom, there it is right there. Like, we're even playing off of the bad news, good news songs that are on this project, right? You know, and just saying there are things that can be good and things that can be bad, and that's just a realization.
Thinking all the things we find, memories that's taking place. Joy and tears, no need to wait. Thank God we did it though. Missed the bid that was headed there. P.O. close to speed out. Pine box, so waiting trial. Looking now how we turned out. Been feeling like a long time coming. All good, man, no need for discussion. All the things that we seen in the struggle. Finally got all the pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this one's pretty self-explanatory too. I mean, it's just like, yo, it's just being in a thankful space that, like, I'm better than I was yesterday, but also, like, acknowledging, like, where I'm from, you know, describing it, muddy waters, you know, all these things like that, you know, the local news station, you know, and everything, you know, like that. Let's keep it moving.
Thanking God, man, I love my home. Even with things I can't control. Thanking God, man, I love my home. Shit got me feeling in my zone. 7 cities on 5 islands, sitting off that Atlantic dough. Life is good, but still frantic, depending on where you living though. Gentrifiers try to make up, facelift make you think, damn. Nice city with no crime, beneath the surface we rockin' up. One of many things going on, half my life got roots here. Daily press got me rolling, man. Catch my news on Wavy 10, Warwick Ave in the Jefferson. Uptown, whole moving weight. Beachmont, the specific place. Up the tide, had crazy nights. Downtown where they deal with vice. Fan popping on the feds watching. Adapt always the only option. In the news, gotta rep my home. Newport from my city young. Where I started, where my seeds grown. Remember always where you came from. Virginia nigga, where we get it done. Been feeling.
I think that's really important too, is to remember where you came from, be proud of where you came from, and also knowing that, like, you know, you can be the person that changes the narrative and how things work, which is why I wanted to end this song with home, you know, like this, you know, and end the project like this too, as we go back into the last hook.
Like a long time coming. All good, man, no need for discussion. All the things that we seen in the struggle. Finally got all the pieces to the puzzle. Thinking, God, man, I love my home. Even with things I can't control. Thinking, God, man, I love my home. Shit got me feeling in my zone. Thinking, God, man, I love my home. Even with things I can't control. Thinking, God, man, I love my home. Even with things I can't control.
And that's home, man. So, you know, one thing I would say that I find something I find very rewarding about this project is that, you know, I really felt like I got the best way to embody where I'm from, what it means to me, you know, how much it means to me, all in this project, right? And I think home was the perfect ending to, like, you know, like I said before, describe where I grew up, you know, all the things that I remember doing, reading the newspaper, the daily press, watching my news on Navy 10, Warwick Boulevard up to Jefferson Ave, you know, the main roads that lead to where I grew up, and, you know, the roots of everything, you know, good news, bad news, you know, revisiting those song topics, but using them as like a closing piece. And I think it's an important part in my career, you know, even though this was the beginning in 2018 of putting out a big body of work, you know, that people could see what I could do. They could see I could put together a lot of different songs, from R&B songs to hip hop songs to very rap heavy songs to very melodic sounds. You know, I could collaborate with people, from my guy Anthony Arlene to Ari Zelaya, you know, to Wild, who was on this project. So I'm very gracious, you know, that people have listened to it. I'm very appreciative that people took the time to listen to this project, because I know it is definitely a piece of work that is not, you know, something I know it doesn't get like a lot of views right now. It doesn't get a lot of streams, but it's okay, because I'm proud of it. And I know the bigger I get and the harder I work, people will work backwards and find this. You know, I definitely feel like this set the table for what came next after this. So this is the news. We finally wrapped that up today. It was 14 songs. 12 of them was actual music. And then, other 2 were like skits and stuff that I felt set up the process. And, I just want to preface with this, and we'll talk about it next week. You know, when we come back, I'll have my light, have my mic all set up. It'd be nice and purty. When I was making this, I took 2.5 years to make it. I didn't really have a plan. I didn't really understand what was going on in the career. I just thought I would drop music and then everything would just go crazy. Surprise. But it didn't. So I said to myself, while I was making this, while I was finishing it, I'm going to record a lot of music. I'm going to shoot a lot of music videos. And what I'm going to do is, once I'm done promoting this, I'm going to put out a song a month until I deem, you know, necessary, a video a month, you know, until I feel like people are catching on to what I'm doing. So that's what we started doing. So the news was the end of a chapter, and I went on a string of single releases after this. So that's what we're going to get into next week. I appreciate everybody who's been here for the 53 minutes and 46 seconds as it is right now that I'm looking at. I know, people have lives. They have a lot of things going on in their life. So I super appreciate you for coming through, supporting, showing love, even if it's for 5 minutes. And with all the people that watch it back, all the people that leave comments, come in and chat. I super, super, super appreciate y'all. And we'll be back next Sunday at 11 a.m. PST. And then the following week, not the 24th, but on the 31st of July, we will go back to the regular 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time stream. But I appreciate you guys. Hope all you have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. It's your boy E. Brown.